No, the title of this video is not clickbait. This is probably your last chance to get into these coins in this niche at the type of prices that we're looking at right now, where they can make 10, 20, 30x gains. Those large gains you come to crypto for. Now, look, I'm going to lay it all out in this video. This is your last call. When I made calls like this before last year, I said, hey, look at this thing. It's going to be big in a year. Everybody slept on it because they're interested in meme coins and whatever was pumping at the time. Super, for example, was at 7 cents. We're now sitting at a 15x on it and it's going way higher. Beam was unheard of. And many of the AI coins that we've gotten in since then are up 10, 15x. And you guys always tell me, Alex, talk about coins, talk about things before they pump. I do. It's there. Time-stamped. And what is happening right now in gaming, crypto, and AI that is sending all the assets high and getting everybody all excited is what I told you would happen literally a year ago. And I'm making this last video to you to tell you what is going to happen yet again, because when this happens, which it's about to, we're on the cusp of it right now. We're seeing it literally start right now. You're not going to get these buy-in prices anymore. You're going to have to be chasing, and you're going to have to do what every single other dumb motherfucker in crypto does, which is wait for a bull to happen, get into what everybody else is hyping and pumping about, and then take these really high risk trades while the market's way up. That's not how you do it. Everybody who does that loses money. I can't even do that. That is why I buy things years in advance, like we're doing right now. So what's the point of this video? If you look at search volumes for crypto right now, it is at all-time lows. Searches for Bitcoin, searches for everything, at all-time lows. And if you look at the niches and the industries I'm about to talk about right now, no one's paying attention to them because everybody's focused on meme coins. And I get why people are in meme coins. This isn't a video telling you not to invest in meme coins. I am telling you that while everybody is watching meme coins, retail investment is at all-time lows in crypto, resulting in a lot of these projects I'm about to talk about, and a lot of these opportunities I'm about to talk about, being at the last stupid prices they're going to be at. And they're not going to be there for long, especially in the next year when the adoption of these technologies starts to happen. Because what we're looking at in crypto right now is the moment that everybody's been talking about since the beginning of crypto, when mainstream adoption happens and normies actually start using it in their day-to-day transactions, when companies actually start using it in their day-to-day transactions. This is what we've been waiting for. This is the Super Bowl. And what is going on right now is like we've been waiting for the Super Bowl for 10 years. We've been waiting in line. And now people are missing the kickoff because they're in the parking lot banging 52-year-old hookers. No, this is my get back in line, starting warning to you. Let me explain. And I'm not going to whip out the glasses. I'm not going to be funny today because this is just straight up serious. Like, this is it. I'm not going to throw any hype behind it. This is just what we're seeing. If you don't want to pay attention to this, that's fine. You'll be coming back to this video and kicking yourself in the nuts a year from now. So without further ado, let me just get into it. I want to give you an example of what's happening right now, and I want to show you how this is going to work in these industries. I'm going to break it all down. I will mention some coins in this video. I might mention some of the higher risk ones that you guys are super interested in, but I'm not going to blatantly blare them out in the video. I'll just list them subtly as we go through. The point of this video is that you understand the wave that's about to happen. As long as you just get on the wave, the difference is between you picking a coin that's going to 10x and a coin that's going to 20x. Either way, you're going to win. Let's start with what's happening right now as a perfect example. So over the last week, you might have seen Off the Grid. The game just launched and it's been all over Twitch. You've seen all the top streamers in the world playing it. Of course, they are paid to promote it. Of course, let's point that out. But they're liking it. And we're seeing millions of people go and pick this up and start playing it as well. Now, what you need to look at right here is that if we look at the AVAX chain, we are seeing millions and millions and millions of transactions, millions of wallets created seamlessly from people who don't even know they're using blockchain. And for years, the argument has been people won't use blockchain because it's too complicated. When people use blockchain and crypto technology takes over, people won't even know they're using it, because what crypto is particularly for video games and AI, is just more efficient code. And I'll get into that here in a second. But what we are seeing from a single game, just one game, to semi-good popularity, is record numbers of crypto transactions, record numbers of demand, and more use than we've ever seen in crypto before outside of trading, just from one game. And what you need to realize is over the last decade, the main use case we've seen for crypto is its number one use case, creating Ponzi schemes. That's really all it does. You create vaporware, some narrative, you launch a coin goes up, everybody invests in it, then everybody dumps and gets rich. And that's what we're seeing right now. That's what's most popular right now with meme coins. What you are seeing for the first time is people actually demanding to use the blockchain in their day-to-day life. And the demand volume absolutely blows away anything we've seen in crypto as far as the Ponzi schemes go. This is what it's supposed to look like, and this is what true demand is going to look like. And the demand and what it's going to drive up the prices to is going to be unheard of because we've never seen this before. For example, in the Bull run prior to this one, Axie got to an $8 billion market cap. I think fully diluted, it was like 45 billion or something. I don't know. I'm not going to check numbers. It was ridiculously high. This was from a game that didn't even hit barely any mainstream appeal. $8 billion market cap. What do you think is going to happen when we start seeing games, not just like off the grid, but other studios start to copy off the grid? When we start seeing game after game after game launching on blockchain, and I'll explain why that's going to happen here in a second. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think the valuations of those are going to be when Axie was at $8 billion? The people that got in Axie early scored 200 X's on the coin. If you want to see other coins and stuff I'm looking at, I'm not going to mention everything I'm looking in this video. I'm just going to give you a few examples. Follow me on Twitter at ZSSBecker. That's where I'm talking about stuff every single day. It takes me forever to make these videos. If you want rapid updates, what I'm looking at, what's happening in the market in these areas, this is where you're going to get it at. The prices are going to go astronomically through the roof. Because what we're seeing is not just millions or hundreds of thousands of people playing in the crypto space like we're seeing right now. We're going to see billions of people. And this is going to happen in so many places. The places I'm looking most, of course, are gaming and AI. And I'll explain why in both of them here in a second. But the reason you need to have your ears up is because retail is not here. Nobody cares. Views, comments, everything on YouTube when it comes to crypto are at all-time lows. Search volumes, non-existent. Everybody that's participating in crypto doesn't care about coins that have utility. They don't care about gaming. They don't care about AI. They just want to pick little crazy meme coins and ride them up and down. This is only thousands of people doing this meme coin thing, by the way. We're about to see waves of billions of people coming in and doing this. And yet people are still sleeping on this. Let me explain why. With gaming as an example. So what we're seeing in gaming right now is games starting to get introduced to blockchain. Everybody thought it was going to be some cumbersome thing where it was confusing and whatnot. It's not. Off the Grid has put on millions of wallets and nobody's had any trouble with it whatsoever. They don't even know they're using blockchain. It seems just like another game. And that's because blockchain technology is simply better code. People think it's going to be some big, obtrusive, scary thing. No, it's literally just code that makes the game and the experience better for the player. It also allows the businesses to make a lot more money through transaction fees, trading, and to fund their companies in different ways. And it opens up a whole other world of possibility when it comes to transferring code between games, allowing players to own their assets and move them between games. So what you have to understand is this isn't going to be some big, obtrusive thing. For example, when online gaming came on the scene, nobody thought it was going to be a thing. They thought it'd be too slow to actually play anything through. And you just slowly start to see it become part of some games and in every game. This is what you're going to see in blockchain tech. And what is going to happen is the infrastructure coins in particular, like Super, IMX, Beam, XBorg, which is a really cool coin I just got into. That's another sneaky little infrastructure coin that went under the radar. The demand for these is going to explode so that game companies can actually build their games on top of these blockchain layers and have ready-made technology that's going to allow them to use this. There's so many crazy, mind-blowing things you can do with it. And it doesn't just come down to NFT asset ownership. When AI starts building games, when we start seeing games being built rapidly all over the place because AI can just code them really quickly, people are going to want to be able to move their assets between games. They're going to be able to want to move things between games, kind of like when you saw or what you saw in Ready Player One, where you had the main hub, but then you had tons of different planets or games or universes people could go to play. That's what gaming is going to look like because AI is going to allow the creation of games and building on top of games so quickly. And you're going to have studios, and the best way that they're able to move assets between games will be using blockchain technology, because how do you verify who owns what? How do you verify ownership of anything? Oh, just using blockchain tech. But there's so many other uses on top of that once AI starts making games, because you can actually store the code or the prompts or the thing that's going to allow people to verify that someone owns something into the NFTs themselves, throw it into another game. Another game can go and create an object in the game based around what's around the NFT. So you can transfer an NFT or own something across hundreds of different games. What you need to understand though is the opportunities this opens for game studios and players. And all you have to understand on top of that is that it's just better code. It's not some obtrusive thing. It's not getting people indoctrinated in some Ponzi schemes or some crazy thing where they have to be in crypto Twitter trading. It is going to be seamless because it's better ways to store player information, transfer player information, and verify ownership. And then adds a whole range of other business opportunities for the player and the business outside of microtransactions and all the BS we see right now. So once this happens, you see all these millions and millions of transactions happening on AVAX for just one game. Imagine when you start seeing this stuff happening in Grand Theft Auto. Imagine when you start seeing it in the most mainstream of mainstream games using it. Because again, it's just better code. They're going to use it just in the same way games adopted online gaming. We are going to see these infrastructure coins jumping to tens of billions, 20 of billions, hundreds of billions of dollars because they're going to be the most demanded infrastructure and technology in all of crypto. And this is happening right in front of you. Again, you're seeing actual demand. You're seeing for the first time people demanding use of blockchain for their day-to-day lives outside of trading Ponzi scheme coins. And I'm telling you, in the next year, in the next 2 years, it's going to be huge. I told you a year ago it's going to be huge. And you'd have entries that are going to get you phenomenal gains coming up here pretty soon. But you could still be ahead of the curve and beat the herd, which is looking everywhere but here right now. On top of this, you are seeing this in AI as well. If you look at all the best infrastructure coins, for example, Node AI is offering people access to train or use their AI servers for cheaper than AWS because the blockchain technology and how it works allows for better, efficient distribution of power for AI training and everything else that you're using with AI right now. The number one most demand thing in the entire world right now when you're building software companies, specifically AI companies, is access to processing power. And it's extremely tedious to get access to this power because you have to buy servers all the time or go through a company that's distributing them between different servers. That's all automated by actual old school internet infrastructure, and it doesn't work very well. It has to all be approved. It's not seamless. It's a mess, and it's extremely expensive. We're watching AI companies in crypto come in and provide a cheaper, better service. What do you think is going to happen when mainstream companies start sniffing this out? The infrastructure and demand is going to be ridiculous. We have companies building giant mega corporation structures of processing power in AI, investing billions and trillions of dollars. And we have so many startups questing, hungry, starving for AI power. I have an AI startup. One of the hardest things to do when we first got started was getting access to AI server and processing power. It's extremely hard at the levels that we needed to be at. Because not only do you need to have access to the power, it has to be fast and efficient, or the user interface is just extremely slow. This is what AI crypto is providing. It is better code. It's better data storage. It doesn't have to be some Ponzi scheme where we're trading coins and has some make-believe vaporware story to tell. It's just better code. It's more efficient. It's the same thing as storing your data in like a written, or your accounting for a business in a written notebook versus having it online and in QuickBooks. It's just better. It's more efficient. And right now, if we go look at the market caps of these, the market cap of all of gaming is 18 billion. Okay, that's all of gaming right there. The market cap of all of AI, 35 billion right now. And a lot of these coins are not pure AI coins. So I'd shrink that down to like 20, 25 billion. All these coins based around processing power, all these coins based around gaming are going to have the absolute strongest demand infrastructure wise. Companies and millions of players and AI users and people who are accessing AI tools along with the companies are going to be demanding to use these things like crazy, resulting in the market caps of these coins going to tens of billions and hitting astronomical numbers from these coins down here. You know, we have a few coins up here. We have like big coins like NEAR that's at $5 billion right here. But if we go down, we have coins that are going to absolutely explode, like EOS, Echelon Prime, PAL, Destra. Like it's at 153 million right now. This thing's going to multiple billions. Node AI, which I just mentioned. You have Zeros X Zero. Again, all these sitting at stupid market caps compared to where they're going to go. Again, I tell you, look at Axie last run. This didn't even graze mainstream adoption. Market cap, $8 billion. Fully diluted, I believe it was like $45 billion. When we see one of these things go fully mainstream, which we're going to, Off the Grid just proved that crypto games can get right up there and be played just at the same levels of normal games. Because they are normal games. It's just games on top of better code. We're going to see these things flying to these type of market caps. But more importantly, the infrastructure underneath them that everything relies on. For example, this is like investing in the internet prior to online gaming. The companies and studios underneath them, Beam, Super, Ronin. Another one, like for example, there's just one sitting at stupid undervaluations like Xborg, which is really solid infrastructure that's being slept on. And so if you're a person right now, what you need to do is you go into these industries. For example, real world assets is going to be huge as well. That's not where I'm focusing, but that's another one that's just super duper slept on right now. DePIN, super duper slept on because that privacy and everything you're doing has to be used. But you can come in here and you can find coins that are new. For example, like Parallel AI, like this brand new AI coin that came out, solid as F. Nobody's paying attention to any of them right now because everybody's focused on meme coins and they're sitting at the launch valuations. Just looking at this right now, Look, you can get into what's pumping right now. I can come in here and tell you what's pumping in crypto. Last year I told you about this. It wasn't pumpy at the time. Everybody rolled their eyes, said, oh, gaming crypto, you're not going to, what are you doing there? Year later, we're seeing all the stuff that I said start to happen. Super was at 7 cents then. It's at $1.25 now. And that's a major easy buy coin. Gosh forbid you get into any of the smaller, more risky, crazy ones. And so that's basically my message for you in this video today, guys. You always tell me to talk about things before they pump. Talk about stuff that's being slept on. I talk about AI and gaming a lot on this channel because people are still sleeping on it. We are seeing new AI coins and new gaming coins and coins from companies that have far beyond Axie capabilities. Like, for example, Carrot, way better potential than Axie has. And these things are sitting at couple $1 million market caps. We're not seeing any other cryptos. We're not seeing anywhere in crypto that's getting millions of users in days, millions of wallets made in days. We've never seen adoption or use like we're seeing on AVAX right now for anything outside of our crazy little Ponzi scheme stuff. And people are like, hey, but tell me about meme coins. They're going to pump. They're going to keep pumping hard. I think we're going to see some ridiculous things there. But if you are looking for the last chance in crypto, because we're sitting here right before, hopefully, I think Trump is going to get elected. It's going to send the markets crazy. We're going to see that 90, 100K Bitcoin. As soon as that happens, all the search results you're going to see right now that are in the dumpster, all the people that are not watching crypto right now, all the retail people are going to come flying back and say, whoa, what's going on? What did I miss? Nobody even knows what Bitcoin's price is right now. If you go ask normal people, they don't even know Bitcoin's above $60,000. They think it's still crashed. And if you ask them what AVAX is, they don't even know what that is. They will all know here very soon because of the games they're playing, of the AI infrastructure being demanded, and the pumpage they're seeing or they're going to see in Bitcoin and on Solana. They're going to get attracted to these meme market crazy stuff going on, and then they're going to say, well, what else does crypto do? And all the real investors who want to get into tech investing, and people who want to invest in something long-term and actually look at something that's being used as a business model, they're going to start investing in what I just talked about right here. And this is probably going to happen in the next year. This is probably your last chance to get into this type of stuff when all of retail is sleeping on it and all of crypto is distracted. You're not going to get this opportunity again. Crypto is going to be dead focused on this. All the capital in the world is going to be moving in on this. And all of retail is going to be sitting there already there. And these coins will all be pumped to the moon. You'll have to be investing for 2, 3Xs instead of 20, 30Xs and taking crazy high risk trades, which are the things that get people wrecked in these markets. Because people wait, then they wait for the market to pump, and then they take these crazy risky trades so they can catch up and make their FOMO money instead of getting in years in advance like you're supposed to do and just waiting. That's what we did, and all the things we talked about a year ago, for years actually, are starting to happen right now. So I'm begging you, go do your research. Get in the know on this. You're not going to, again, have the opportunity to get into this while retail is completely vacant and crypto is distracted. That's all. That's the video for today.